Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So I really Peter dislike how hostile everything has gotten. We don't work together anymore. Anytime we see anything off, we assume evil first and ask questions later. I had just lost my car. My car engine had finally seized up, and I went shopping for another car, which is fine. I kind of needed another car anyway. But when I was moving everything, gotta understand when you drive your car until the wheels fall off, you kind of lose control of when it happens. It could happen on the hottest day of the year. I was already having a bad day. As I'm cleaning the car, I go into a McDonald's to wash my hands. And you know what? I may have ordered something from the McDonald's, but this guy was so hostile to me. My hands were so dirty. You could have thought that I had gotten a hand transplant from a person with darker skin. That's how dirty it was. I went to wash my hands, and this guy chases me and says, "Sir, our bathrooms are for customers only." And I mean, are there people who go to the bathroom and do evil things? I'll assume so, but that's not everybody. That's probably not even a good percentage of people, right? Why does everybody have to be treated to the lowest denominator, right? And I got into a little tiff at work. What had happened was I just like to make small talk. I don't know how to break the ice with my colleagues. I had been talking to my colleague about going to Taiwan, and I told her a little piece of trivia that in Taiwan the emergency number is 119 instead of 911. I asked her which one sounds better, 119 or 911, and she was upset by that remark and complained to HR. I don't think HR was very upset about that, but just a lot of background noise, right? And then obviously last year when it was really hot, I got COVID. People were very hostile to me. I had gone to my favorite board game store, and at the front of the store it said no alcohol allowed. Right, we don't serve and stuff like that. I didn't think it would be a problem to bring food in there, and the owner of the store, he could have talked to me and introduced himself and said hello and all that. Instead, he just in front of my friends, he goes, "Sir, we can't allow food in here," assuming that I had evil, right? And is it okay to not for me to not bring food? Sure, but what I don't, what I really Peter dislike is the way he handled it. There's what you say and how you say it, right? All of these things could have been handled very differently with the same consequence to the people who were upset, but they could have said different things, right? The person who wanted me to leave the store when I had COVID could have said something differently that would have made me leave, and we would have both been happy. The person who didn't want me to eat in there could have said something very different. The person who thought I was wanting had bad intentions when I talked about the 911 phone number could have said something very differently, and so could have the McDonald's employee. In fact, the McDonald's employee could have told me about some nice menu options that they just introduced, right? And I very likely would have ordered something, and just a lot of hostility, and we've lost our way. We've lost our way in the United States. It feels like a war zone, and every day especially in the workplace. I mean, I'll never have to see the guy at McDonald's again, so I don't care. But when it happens at the workplace, that's when it really weighs heavily on me because my livelihood depends on it, right? When I finally have enough income to live independently and I still go to work, I probably will take that a lot lighter. I'll still go to work, even if I were financially independent, because then I'll also be emotionally independent from my work at that point, right?